Graham Nash here with Giovanni Culotta post-game as the Hyannis Harbor Hawks just took down the Orleans Firebirds 11-8 here in Orleans. The first time that these two teams matched up this summer. And before we start our discussion, Gio, you caught up with manager Mitch Karraker just after the game.
Giovanni Culotta here with Hyannis manager Mitch Karraker after the Harbor Hawks get an 11-9 win over the Orleans Firebirds here at Eldridge Park. Coach, game started as fast as it possibly could with a first pitch leadoff home run from Miura. How does that set the tone for the offense for the rest of the night?
Oh man, it feels good. I mean, it makes those guys comfortable. It was kind of fun to see because that's Hawaii on Hawaii right there, and so he was pretty fired up.
Imagine what that group chat will be like after the game.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have some words for each other.
And this kind of offensive performance in which your team puts up the most runs it has all season long has to fuel you for the rest of the summer, right?
Yeah, I think, there's some guys in that lineup that were scuffling a little bit, and they had some success tonight. Williamson for sure getting the double, and then a couple of knocks after that was big. So it's good to have the boys going a little bit, and I think we kind of needed a game like that.
Some late inning stress, that's becoming a theme for you guys, win or lose. How do you guys continue to manage that every single night?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, we had 3 walks that ended up scoring right after each other, and then we got a hit by pitch that ends up scoring. So, again, it comes back to just freebies. Try to minimize those, let our defense work a little bit. I thought the pitching staff did a nice job. They just put some good swings on balls tonight.
You mentioned free passes as an issue after last game, too. How do you cut down on that as it becomes to keep it from becoming a major issue?
Yeah, I think that's just part of the growing pains with the staff. Obviously we got a lot of young guys and guys who haven't pitched a ton in the spring, and so they're kind of learning how to pitch again. Coach Korn, Coach Martinez have done a great job with those guys, and they're just going to keep working on that, and hopefully we can clean that up down the stretch.
And you call in Eddie Copper for 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. He gives you a K. That's something your team has done all summer long. What goes into the decision to put Eddie in that spot?
Yeah, we felt like Dorsey was throwing the ball good, so we sent him back out in the 9th. I think he got a little bit tired, probably the highest pitch count he's had in a long time, and so had Eddie ready to go, and Eddie came in and did exactly what we needed him to.
Hyannis back in action tomorrow against Falmouth at McKeon Park. We'll see you there. Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Guys?
Ava Fernandez here with Matt Miura from Hawaii. And Matt, you literally got a home run on the first pitch. You were the first batter up to the plate. What was that feeling like for you?
It was a good feeling, just trying to look for a fastball, something I could hit, and luckily got a good swing on it.
Yeah, and what were you kind of seeing from the pitches at the plate tonight?
It's one of my teammates, so I know him pretty well from school, but, just keeping it simple, trying to attack the fastball and just try to react.
What was it like playing against your teammate?
It was good fun. I have a lot of teammates on this team, so it was really nice seeing them, and it's a lot more fun when you're playing against your teammates.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what do you guys think that you guys can take in from this win tonight and bring in to play Falmouth, who you guys just played a few days ago, again tomorrow?
It just shows that 1 through 9, everybody's out there competing, everyone can hit, so it's really fun playing with all these guys, and it's a lot of fun playing for this team.
Yeah. Well, great job tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ava. Gio, the first thing I want to start with is the bats. They stayed consistent throughout the entire game, something that hasn't really happened for them as of late.
It's been a bit of a struggle at the plate for Hyannis. The 6-1 loss to Brewster the other night was a little bit difficult because of the way it happened. A lot of free passes dished out on the pitching end, but just as many that weren't worked on the batting end. And for Hyannis, it's really profited from those free passes. Jackson Willits has done a tremendous job of working walks so far this season, and he didn't do it against Brewster. Tonight he got a couple, but again, it just hasn't been enough in recent weeks, and tonight they exploded for 11 runs.
And before we start talking about the defense of Hyannis, I want to talk a little bit more about the bats. They struck out 10 times. It's their second straight game where they've struck out double-digit amount of times in a ball game. Is that concerning at all to you?
It could be if it continues to happen, but at the same time, Graham, they're winning games. They didn't win on Wednesday. They win tonight with 11 runs. Matt Miura got it started with that leadoff home run, and you heard Coach Karraker say that sets the tone for the rest of the offense because in those first 4 frames, they did nothing but score. There are only 3 frames tonight where Hyannis did not score a run. So talk about the strikeouts all you want, Graham, but as long as this win column continues to get numbers added to it, ceases to be a problem.
Now we'll move to the pitching. Another 10 strikeout night for this pitching staff, but as we talked about on air, it felt like a slow night for the strikeouts.
It certainly did because that's becoming a hallmark for Hyannis as well, where it feels like from innings 4 to 9, the strikeouts just progressively pick up. And that doesn't mean that they're not striking guys out in the first 4 innings, Graham, but there were only 3 through 4 innings tonight. They got to 10 again, and it certainly didn't feel like it, but you had 4 in those final 2 frames from Chandler Dorsey and Eddie Copper, who's called in for 1 out, and what does he do? Deliver the game-winning K.
Hyannis moves to 7-3-1 on the season. They're still undefeated on the road, 5-0-1 now. Phenomenal start to their road season. They back in action tomorrow, this time at home. They're hosting Falmouth for the first time. That'll be a 6 o'clock first pitch. We hope to see you there.